Well, once again, here we go again. And it's another beautiful day. And by the way, some of you are probably wondering, did I check the battery yesterday afternoon? Well, yes, I did. And it was 14.3 volts. So that means that the battery maintainer that we put on way back before Christmas, it actually kept the battery up all during the winter. And I know some of you are going to think, well, maybe it's overcharged. Well, I don't think so. I've seen 12-volt batteries as high as almost 17 volts. Now, mind you, that was when they were, there was a pretty good charge being put into them. So I don't think it burned our battery out or dried our battery out. I think it's probably right up. And all being well, later on this afternoon, maybe we'll go out and see how it starts. But we'll see how it goes. Anyway, now, before I forget, earlier this morning I was watching one of the viewers, and he's doing the Yamato in 350 scale. And as I was watching it, I was once again reminded how you don't have to mortgage the house to build an impressive model ship. So, I just thought I'd throw that in. And another thing, I did order some more glue. I ordered it this morning. We'll see when it gets here. I'll show it to you when it comes. Either you see it on the screen, so you know what I ordered. Oh, and I ordered it from an outfit here in Canada. It's actually in Toronto. And I ordered from them before. I think the Iwata airbrush cleaner fluid I got from them. What else did I get from them? Oh yeah, the Mr. Color leveling fluid I got from them. So I've had good service, and like I say, I'll let you know when it comes. I'll show you the day it comes. Ordered it today. I'm guessing, let's see, today's Monday. It might possibly be here Friday already. We'll see. Oh, speaking of deliveries, here in Canada we do have very good delivery service. I ordered something from Amazon in the morning, I guess it was probably about a week ago. It was in the morning I ordered it, and the next day at 5 minutes to 12 noon, it was at my door. That was probably, I'm guessing 26, 27 hours after I ordered it. It was at my door. That's fantastic delivery service. Our world is changing so fast. This online delivery service, especially now that the COVID is, kept us all indoors, it has really taken off. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I feel bad for the brick and mortar stores, but on the other hand, times change. Like the corner store disappeared, well, it could be that a lot of our brick and mortar stores are going to have to go, online. Otherwise, they're not going to stay in business. Anyway, let's see if we can get going here. We want to see if we can get our little ring. Don't touch it, Ron. Glued in place. Like I say, let's get going. Okay, now if you will remember yesterday when we dropped this ring down, it almost fell into place here. It looks like it could be moved up just slightly. Way to go. I don't think there's an up or a down. I guess overnight it must have sort of stuck itself on there. Okay, we're pretty much back to where we were. I'd like to have it as straight and, evenly all the way around. The difference is going to be absolutely negligible. Okay, let me check the monitor. How's that look? It looks pretty much the way it was before I started fooling around here, doesn't it? Now it seems that it could come slightly to the right, maybe. Just let me... There. I'm just going to leave well enough alone. Okay, now what we've got going down here is yesterday's CA thin, so it's probably thickened up a little bit. It's been sitting in that little cup overnight. I'll slip the macro lens on so that you can see me screw this up. Okay, let's just sample a little bit here and see how this looks. No, I don't think that's thickened up too much. All right, now we don't want to bump it out of place. All I want to do is just tack it. There. Now, I'm going to let that cure, and then I'll reinforce it. I could just go ahead and start going all the way around, right? But I'm afraid that I'll bump it out of place. Right now we're lucky. It's where it's supposed to be. Okay, a couple of minutes has passed here now. Let's just reinforce this. Am I bumping it out of your field of view? Yes, I am. Doesn't seem to want to come off here. I may have to readjust everything here. I think I did there, didn't I? Now, mind you, when we do paint this, the paint is going to kind of glue it in place too. Now, I do want to be careful when I go to pick it up that I don't, grab it with my fingers on the ring, because the ring will either break off or bend. A person has a tendency to forget about that stuff sometimes when you haven't handled it maybe for a few days. I was just thinking the best thing maybe for me to do with this piece is to not mount it on the ship until the end. It's like a turret. In fact, this round thing is actually a turret. Anyway, okay, this ladder, which we have neither painted nor stained yet, it has to go in from here, and then it looks like it would make about a 90-degree bend, and then go down the back here somehow. I think maybe the thing to do might be I guess the thing to do is I've got to decide what I'm going to do with it. Am I going to paint it, or am I going to do the brass black thing? Maybe I should just quickly do the brass black thing, and then after everything is painted, lay it in place here, and then just use some clear coat as we did on that other piece that worked so well. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to quickly do the black brass thing and get it done with. Okay, I'm not going to mess around with the time lapse. We'll just get this over with. If you remember last time we used this 50-50, it seemed to darken pretty quick. The garbage truck is making a lot of noise today. Okay, can't see. Well, maybe I will use the time lapse. This is taking a little longer than I thought. I know you don't want to be sitting there listening to the garbage truck. Actually, this isn't going too bad. Okay, now I want to remember not to be rubbing it around. Could it be maybe a little bit more? Now there is something that I could try here, and that is that it has been recommended that possibly what a person could do, this person, is put clear coat on top of this brass black oxidation, and it might help keep it from coming off. Now I am going to be clear coating later anyway, so my thinking is that maybe what I'll do is just wait, and we'll won't do anything with this until we're actually going to put it on the painted part later. Now, a few minutes ago, I was outside and I was cleaning off the windows on the car, and I've taken off my little battery maintainer here. I don't think we're going to be needing that until next year. And for those of you who did not watch the episode about 4 months ago, I guess it is now, that where I was talking about this thing, it puts out about 800 milliamps of a charge maximum. And then the idea is it brings your battery up to snuff, and then it maintains it at, well, as I found out yesterday, it kept it right up to 14.3 volts. Now, I don't know if it goes steady or, like if it just sort of trickles down to practically nothing but is always putting something in, or if it charges, brings it up, shuts off, and lets it drop down. I'm not sure exactly how it works. I don't care. I do know that it works. Now, my plan is, I still haven't started the car, by the way. I'm pretty sure it's going to start. But my plan is I'm going to take you out there with me if I can, and I'll just use my point and shoot here. So you're not going to be watching this in 4K, but it'll be good enough, and we'll find out if it starts. Now, this did not go as planned. Okay, I've got my key, and I was trying this about 5 minutes ago, and I came out and I pressed record, and it said battery exhausted. So we got to use the big camera, and I feel a little uncomfortable about that, because if when I'm crossing this ice here I slip, well, see if I can hang on to something here. Very carefully. For those of you who know me, you know I've got arthritis in my knees and I don't walk too good. Okay, this is going to be interesting. All right. Now, can you see the dash here? I hope you can. Now, it's making the appropriate noises. Let's close the door. All right. I'm gonna turn the ignition on and see if I can hear the fuel pump. Yeah, I could hear it. It ran for about a second and then shut off. So that's a good sign. Here we go. This is going to be the first time since way before Christmas. Okay, the battery maintainer worked. Okay, oh, what's this warning here? Oh, it said obey all traffic laws. Well, I do anyway. All right, you know what? I'm just going to let it run a little bit, and then I think we should take her for a spin. We are now recording with the dash cam, and the dash cam audio is not too good, but I think if you listen carefully, you should be able to hear me. Okay, it's finally got itself off fast idle. About 3-4 minutes has passed here, and yeah, do I still remember how to do this? Alright, just checking to make sure the brakes work. Now let's just check and see what the snow conditions are. This is the first time I've been around here since way before Christmas. I'm going to pull in frontwards just so that you can maybe see the model table through the window. Yeah, I can see it. Okay, now we're going to back it in. Now the reason I back in is because I always feel it's safer to front out. Quite often there's a lot of little kids on this street. Okay, wasn't that fun? Well, I was debating, do I show that or not? But then I thought, you know what? I've done so little else here today that if I don't show that, it's going to be a terrible short video. One more thing while I'm thinking of it. You remember we were trying to get this extra thin to do its wicking thing on this little spot right here, and it just wouldn't. And I was so surprised that it wouldn't. Well, I have just been informed that by a couple of viewers that they thought that the reason it wasn't wicking is because this paint was very, very dried or cured, you might say. Which, you know, makes me think, you know, why don't I try an experiment? Why don't I, you know, put some fresh paint down somewhere and let it dry for about 2-3 hours, and then, you know, it'll feel dry to the touch, and then we'll try this again. On the other hand, maybe we won't bother. We've done enough fooling around here. Now, on this step here, for 47, 48, 49. I think we're pretty much done for as far as we can go, that is, until we paint some of these parts. So that's probably going to have to be tomorrow. Whether I like it or not, I'm going to have to go downstairs and hook up the air hose. I don't know why I don't like the airbrush thing, but anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, We'll see you tomorrow.